Okay, so let's continue part 2 of our lessons. So the part 1 will be a bit short because we stop what we have learned before, okay, some basic idea. Now for part 2, we come to the key idea of this chapter. Is that our climate changing, we will observe the change of the temperature. So you can find this figure in your textbook page 9. Actually, I also printed in your notes, page 5. So this part we will do it together on your notes, okay? On your notes together. So you can look at the color version of the figure on textbook page 9, or you can refer to your notes, up to you, okay? So let's see this picture. So the graph below shows the long-term global temperature change. So it said long-term, okay? So let's see how long, okay? Oh, it starts from 1880 to very update, okay, 2020, okay? It's over 100 years, the change of temperature in the world, okay? So this is the number. So all the dots represent the annual average temperature of that year, okay, annual average. And the red line is the 10-year average, okay? So we'll better focus on the red line because it's easier for us to read the data. So let's observe, okay, let's observe. In the picture, okay, in this figure, we have a dotted line, okay, please highlight in your notes or in your textbook, up to you. It said that 14 degrees Celsius, 14, is the average temperature, global temperature, from 1961 to 1990. So they found that, they used that this year, okay, 31 year, they found the average is 14 degrees. So what can we find out? Okay, we found that our Earth, okay, at the upper part, okay, that means in the recent year, okay, since the 1980 to 2020, so our temperature is higher than the average in 1961 to 1990, okay, so it's above average, or we call above mean. Okay, so can you mark down in your textbook, okay, if you in your textbook or in your notes, okay, it's higher than the average, okay. I think you better mark in your notes, okay, some of you like to read easier, okay, mark your notes, or you like to mark your textbook, still up to you, okay, please mark down. We found that the temperature is higher than the average in the recent year, they are above the average. And then okay, so I'll give you time to mark down higher than the average. Okay, so I guess most of you should be okay. I'll give you a few more seconds. Okay, we found that the recent years, all the number is above average. Okay, point 2, I also want to mark down. How about in the past? Okay, in the past, they are very easy. They are lower than the average in 1961 to 1990. That means in the past, our temperature actually is cooler. But in recent time, our temperature is warmer. Okay, we have warmer temperature. Please mark down number 2 on your notes or textbook. Number 2, lower than the average. Okay, the average is from 1961 to 1990. So mark it down. As we are going to study is the changing climate in recent time. So are we focused on number 1, higher than the average, or number 2, lower than the average? I think you all got the answer. Okay, what we focus is number 1. Okay, number 1. Okay, so the temperature now is higher than the average. The changing climate of the world is higher temperature. So we will have a common term, I think most of you heard about, global warming. Okay, 全球暖化. Okay, we are getting warmer. Now we're going to have a task, okay, is to describe how is the change. So the skills you have learned before in Irish lesson, okay, or in other subjects, very easy skill. So let's work out together. Ensure that you have marked down 1 higher than the average and 2 lower than the average. So on page 9 or on your notes, up to you. Okay, so now, okay, I want you to mark the answer is on the notes. Okay, this time we do it together. Okay, we do it together. Okay, we do it together on the notes. Okay, on the notes. So highlight the question. Describe the change in global average temperature since 1880. Support your answer with evidence. Okay, so the animation show you very quickly. Okay, the arrow. Okay, so I think you all can tell me what description you will mention about the change. Okay, the change of the temperature. Okay, so the temperature is increasing. Okay, increasing. Max mark it together. Okay, mark the arrow and mark down increasing. Okay, this we do it together in your notes. So the global average temperature from the past to now is increasing. And then remember, support with evidence. Evidence, that means in this figure should be referred to data. Mark it down. Okay, the number. Okay, the data. So let's find out together. Okay, so from since 1880. So we have to find out the data. Okay, in 1880, okay, you can circle. The annual average temperature is only 13.7 degrees Celsius. And now in 2020, the number, okay, we try to match, okay, is 14.6. So it increased from 13.7 degrees Celsius, okay, to 14.6 degrees Celsius. Okay, if you can, this is one of the description from to, or another description. Okay, another description. So the temperature is increased by how much? Okay, how much? So it's by about 1 degree Celsius. Okay, by about 1 degree Celsius。 OK， 大約1度。 OK， 由幾多至幾多你哋識啦。咁另外一個方法都得嘅，就係 by 幾多度，即係超過咗增加咗多少。 OK， by how much？ OK， by about 1 degree。 So actually should be less than 1 degree. OK, 0.9 degree. So you can write down about 1 degree still OK. OK, so describe with evidence, with data. OK, very easy this question. The temperature increased from 13.7 degrees Celsius to 14.6 degrees Celsius, or by 1 degree. Okay, now let's show you the next slide. So here I also show you one more time the number. Okay, I marked already, so you don't need to mark. Okay, if you follow already, so you find the number. And here I want to draw attention. Okay, draw attention. We found that all the time it increased, but the increasing rate, the rate of increase, 增幅, has become faster. Okay, faster since the 1980s. Okay, that means the past 40 years. Okay, the past 40 years. It increased in a much faster way. Okay, so if you recall your memory, we can use some adjective. In the past, increased steadily, quite stable. But in recent time, so it seems that it increased in a faster rate, or you can use the word sharply. Okay, increase sharply in recent year. Okay, it's getting much warmer. Okay, last point I want to draw attention. Okay, don't need to mark. Okay, want to pay attention. So we are now in 2022, right? So look at the number. Okay, although too many points here. Okay, so we found that the dots, okay, those dots is also the highest. Okay, the temperature. Okay, the temperature is the highest. Okay, here. So you found that this summer extremely high temperature. Okay, even though today we are in September, we still find it's very hot. Okay, don't you agree? So what happened is the climate change. It is global warming. Okay, Miss Lee 咧而家教緊書咧，係啦，我戴住口罩啊，咁所以咧流緊汗，我唔知你會唔會都覺得好熱啊今日 ，OK？ So same feeling is getting warmer this time. Now let's write down all the idea in your notes, page 5, okay? Page 5, fill in the blanks, okay? So I guess you all come up the idea. Let's go to page 5 together. So describe a change we have marked down, okay, in global average temperature. Support your answer with evidence. So let's fill in the blanks. Okay, so we have given some hints to you. Okay, circle the correct answer. The global average temperature has increased. Okay, we all get it, increased since 1880. And then it increased from 13.7 degrees Celsius to 14.6 degrees Celsius. Here we have a difficult word to you. It's learned in S4, but I still want to teach you an S3. Okay, learn one more word. Okay, when we have increase, sometimes we have some ups and downs. Overall is increasing, right? But can you see what I draw? We have some ups and downs. 有啲波幅嘅，升升跌跌，升升跌跌，整體都係升喎，但有啲咧好似啲波浪紋咁樣。咁呢個字咧，中四一定要識嘅。咁中三教埋你啦 ，OK？ We call with fluctuation 波幅 ，fluctuation 波幅。We call some ups and downs, okay? Some ups and downs. Okay? Overall is increasing, but while increase, we have some ups and some downs, okay, in the line. And the rate of increase has become faster, okay, faster since 1980s. That means the recent 40 years ago, okay, the recent 14 years, the temperature increased in a much faster way. So that's why we feel so much hotter than before. So it increased from 13.9 degrees Celsius to 14.6 degrees Celsius within 40 years. Okay, that means it's by 0.7 degrees Celsius, just 40 years. It increased much more than the past. Okay, just 40 years, we increase much more than the past. Okay, last part, we want all of you to mark it together. Okay, we mark together. Okay, no fill in the blanks, we do it together. Okay, the last thing is the conclusion. The conclusion. We feel much warmer by decades. Okay, now it's warmer than the past. Okay, and we expect that we'll be getting warmer and warmer. So last part, we have to mark it together. It implies, okay, implies, you can use the word shows, every decade means 10 years, was much warmer than the one before it. Okay, so now it's warmer than 10 years ago. 10 years ago is much warmer than the 10 years ago before it. Okay, so that's why it's so hot now. Okay, so please mark it down. Okay. Okay, I'll give you time. So I hope that you all get the key idea for this exercise. The world is getting warmer, okay? The temperature is getting higher from the data. Okay, a few more seconds for you. We have one more question. If you really fail to mark it down, okay, miss out some idea, okay, please ask your classmate. This video will upload later after the lesson, okay? So you can ask your classmate to copy back. Okay, so I guess should be okay. So now let's go to the last one. Suggest 3 possible reasons for the change in A. We describe a lot, okay? So why, okay? Okay, so suggest, okay, the reason, okay, why the temperature increase, okay, the changes, mark it down, is increasing temperature, okay, I use degrees Celsius to show temperature. So what are the possible reasons why the temperature is getting warmer? If I were in the classroom in 3A, 3B, and 3C classroom, okay, I will ask you, discuss, and give reasons. Okay, but now we are far away from each other. Okay, so I brainstorm my point to you, okay, and hope that you can mark it down and learn some idea first. Okay, so why we are getting warmer? Okay, some reasons. Okay, so the first one, okay, some of you have heard about why there's warming, okay, high temperature. I know that there are some gases, okay, it's called greenhouse gases. Okay, mark it down. So there should be more greenhouse gases, okay, and these greenhouse gases, they make us warmer. So we learn what are they, okay. And one of them, I think you know, very famous gas, I think you all understand this gas, is carbon dioxide. Okay, short form is CO2, okay, CO2. Okay, why we're getting warmer? Because we have more greenhouse gases， 好多溫室氣體可能都聽過喎，咁但係點解佢哋會多咗咧？咁可能就未必識，咁我哋今日會學嘅，OK， 學少少啦。So greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. And some of you say that some people may heard about why we have global warming because there are so many factories. Yes, okay, factory is one of the reasons why we have global warming. We call more industrial activity. And the industrial activity, they will emit the gas. Of course, they are linked up together. Okay, they will emit the CO2. Okay, industrial activity. Okay, like we mentioned about factories. Okay, besides industrial activity, okay, some may heard about because there are so many vehicles on the road. So vehicles also emit the greenhouse gases, okay, vehicles. Or simply we call cars, okay, but I use vehicle, okay, vehicles. Okay, so last things, okay, we can mention three. Okay, the first one I don't count. Okay, the first one is the gas. So the last area we're going to learn why we have global warming, okay, is because the people cut the trees. If you remember the first lesson we do together, okay, think about like geographers. Okay, one of the activity that humans do to use the natural resources, okay, we obtain the woods from the nature. How we get the wood to make the paper. So one of the activity we do together is called deforestation. Okay, so we have marked this word before. Okay, 伐木. And once we cut the trees, it will also cause deforestation. Okay, it causes deforestation and cause global warming. Okay, we will learn later. Okay, why cutting trees will cause global warming. Okay, so here are some three possible reasons. Okay, I hope that you can mark it down all. Okay, I'll give you enough time. Okay, when I'm explaining to you. Okay, the last part we will come back to textbook. Okay, textbook, the summary, and I will go through the tasks you have to do at home. Okay. Okay, a few more seconds for you and turn to page 11. Page 11. Okay, so let's go for page 11. So we have few more parts, okay? The temperature is the key focus, but don't forget we still have rainfall, okay? So rainfall part we will finish very quick, okay? So in the whole world, the precipitation is said that, okay, highlight no big change in the total amount of rainfall. So it means the total rainfall in the world, no big difference. But I have a question. There are significant changes from one region to other region. Overall, no big changes, total. But if we by regions, we have learned different regions, we found that some region, they will receive more rainfall. Some receive less. So now let's look at the color, okay? We'll first look at which region they receive more rainfall. Okay, so look at the purple color, purple. Okay, page 11. Okay, so some places they have increase in rainfall. Okay, so I want to call you out, but I can't. Okay, so let's see it together. So which region they have more rainfall? So the first one, okay, they are the country in the mid-latitude land regions, okay? So look at the name, okay, the country name or the region name, the continent. So like somewhere in Europe, highlight somewhere in Asia, someplace in North America, okay? They have more rainfall than before, okay? If you know that this is Hong Kong, okay, yes, Hong Kong will have more rainfall in the recent time, okay? So some countries, they have more rainfall, okay? Just let you know, some place, some region, some continent, they have more rainfall than before. And now let's look at the pink color. At the same time, some regions, they have less rainfall, okay? Few more, okay, few more. So Australia, okay, Australia. Last one, okay, somewhere in the South America, okay, also have more rainfall. And now let's come to some place have less rainfall, okay, less rainfall. Hong Kong more rainfall, but some place they have less rainfall. Okay, some place become drier. So like the Mediterranean Sea, okay, very difficult word. Mediterranean Sea, 地中海 ，OK Mediterranean Sea， 歐洲對落嘅地方啦 ，OK 一個好出名嘅海啦 ，OK 地中海 ，they have less rainfall。Okay, East Asia, okay, although Hong Kong will have more rainfall, some place like Beijing, okay, Shanghai, okay, North Korea, they have less rainfall. Okay, Sahel is a place in Africa, okay, in Africa, they have less rainfall. Okay, so this shows you the places, some got more rainfall, but some got less rainfall than before. Okay, last question about rainfall. Okay, we just need to know the overall picture. Okay, I picked 4 places to you. Okay, so tell me, there are more rainfall, less rainfall. Okay, the first place, Paris, very easy. Okay, increase, more rainfall. Hong Kong, I mentioned already, more rainfall, more precipitation. Okay, next one, Melbourne, less rainfall, 墨爾本. Last one, New York, more rainfall. Okay, so some place more rainfall, some place less rainfall. Okay, so global warming. Okay, the climate change cause different change in the rainfall pattern. Okay, some more, some less. 咁咧，佢同頭先講嘅天氣有啲唔同嘅，降雨咧有啲多，有啲少。雖然總數咧差唔多嘅啫，不過啲地方係多咗好多，相反嘅地方咧就少咗好多啦。Okay, so next part. So we will observe the change, okay, about the rainfall, okay, and the temperature. This is rainfall, this is temperature. We learn both. Okay, so we have more rainstorm, okay, 暴雨啦. Okay, they are shorter, okay, the time will be shorter, but very strong, okay, strong rainfall. Okay, and the number of precipitation days sometimes will decrease. And then some will fall as snow, okay, in some region, okay. So just let you know some pictures, okay, about the situation, about the rainfall. Okay, so now let's go to the your task at home, okay. So the rainfall part, okay, we'll just focus on which place have more rainfall, which place have less rainfall. Now let's go to the last page of your notes, okay, which is a task I want you to do, and we present a little idea in the next lesson. Okay, hopefully I can see you all in Shani. So your task is to use any search engine. Okay, the easiest one, okay, Google, your good friend Google. Okay, find news in Hong Kong, China, or any country in the world that have extreme rainfall. Okay, heavy rainfall. 喺過去嘅時間咧，係落過暴雨嘅，咁你可以 search 暴雨呢個字啦，可能再加地方名啦。Okay, search a place. Okay, so I have a typo. Please change incident. I type it wrongly. A typo. Please change. Okay, the word. Okay, so input the information. Okay, about the rainfall in the Google form. Okay, in the Google form, I set some question for you. Okay, you got the QR code. you got the link, please input. For example, which place, where, okay, when, and then the impact. Okay, impact here, okay, impact. So I want to share, okay, the impact caused by the extreme rainfall to the place. Okay, so please finish it. Okay, so I see you again in the next day 1 or day 2. Okay, so submit. Okay, I wouldn't mind, please ask the subject prefect, mark down the homework. Okay, so for 3C, 3 boy should be day 1, 3A, day 2. Okay, please submit page 6. Okay, this activity in the next day 1 and next day 2. Okay, next day 1 and next day 2. Okay, so I think you can do it very easy. Okay, just Google or other search engine to find out a news about extreme rainfall. Okay， 極端嘅暴雨啦。OK， 一個嚴重嘅暴雨嘅事件啦。Okay, so finally, the last part, we have a brief introduction to you about what are the causes of climate change. Okay, so this is only a brief introduction to you. Okay, we'll learn more detail in the next lesson. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so we'll go to the part 2 of your textbook. Okay, so wait for a while. Okay, so I open the file. Sorry, wait for a while. Okay, few more time. Okay, few more time. Okay, so I stop here for a while. Okay, I have the last part of the video. Okay, I stop here. Okay, for my second video.